Excellent. Nemesis, thank you. You are an absolute legend. All right, guys. We're going to start up here. We play as Princess Miriam. We're going to be starting in 3, 2, 1, go. We do not have a cutscene that is unskippable at this point. We actually skip the first couple of bosses, which is kind of hype. Long story short, what happens is Princess Miriam is kidnapped and we have to rescue her. We go through the first couple of bosses before we're able to rescue her, and that is why we start up the game a little bit, beyond, I'd say 3 bosses, I believe it is. So we are powered up a little bit. It is nice, using the exact same rules as Dungeon Explorer 1 to play as Princess Percent. You're able to put in a password and start as the princess. So we're going to be heading into the woods real quick. First things that we do here are just kind of buff ourselves a little bit. I need some black potions, I need some white potions, and the way that the potions work in this game is actually different per character. What I get as the princess is the white potion will be an automatic heal, and then the black potion is a damage boost. So you'll be seeing me doing a lot of those right now. I can only carry 9 of each potion at any given time, so I don't want to take too many. I do want to try to farm. I was going to try to farm one more, but we're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. Later in the run is when it really becomes critical. Right now, the only reason I need a potion, you'll see in actually just a little bit. But we're going to go back the way that we came and do one more piece of leveling up. Right here, there's a little statuette that we are able to shoot with our knives, and that will give us one of 3 different upgrades. Now, if it doesn't give me an upgrade that I want, then I'm going to reset this. I'm going to reset that room, and that statue will come back. If I shoot it one more time, that statue disappears completely. Never get to use it again. So this is just me. It takes a couple of seconds. Sometimes I get lucky first few tries. That time I was able to pick up an attack upgrade. So you're able to level up each time you fight a boss, and then you can level up one of 4 different stats, either agility, obviously making you move faster, your attack, which lets you hit stronger, your stamina or your health, and your intelligence, which make your potions more potent. The initial part of the run, all I'm going to be doing is going for agility and attack. Later I will go for a little bit of health, maybe some intelligence, but really the biggest part, especially for the princess run, is to get the attack and the agility up, so that I'm moving faster and hitting harder. That's the biggest part of it. Right now we're going to go back through where we would be going in the first part of the game if we were fighting some of the bosses, and all I'm doing again is just getting a few potions, maybe a few upgrades. We'll see what we get, but there's some enemies here that we're going to make short work of. Let's see if any of them drop anything. So far, no luck. That's all right. I haven't quite figured out exactly how drops work. My guess is it is something frame-based from when you kill each enemy. So I have kind of glimpsed into the tasks a little bit, but honestly, I think I'm the only person that is actually running this game. To my knowledge, this has never appeared in a single marathon. There was only one other speedrun that I'd ever seen of it on YouTube. So right now, all the work is just me. And anyone that would like to take up an old game, it is a lot of fun. It is kind of a long run, but it takes everything that was good about Dungeon Explorer 1, kind of the speed, the boss fights, the intensity, and it just ramps it all up. So it's a lot of fun. I'm going in here to get, this is an intelligence upgrade, that crown right there. So I will need that. And then down here, that shield is a health points upgrade, the stamina upgrade. I will need that. The way that upgrades work in this game, anything that I pick up as an item, like you just saw me do twice there, it can go away if I take a death. So we're going to do our very best to not take a death this entire run. Any upgrade that I get after a boss fight stays with me the entire game. So any death in this is very, very punishing. Very, very punishing. We're going to go back to the... this is the first castle that we would have started at had we began the game as a fighter. And we learn here that the king's daughter, who I am playing as right now, was kidnapped by the Minotaur. We are going to go back and visit old Daddy Dearest, who, unfortunately, is now a ghost. He's going to give us a little bit of a cutscene. I won't talk through too much of his dialogue, and we're going to get a nice attack upgrade.
Is for you. It pains me not to be able to hand it to you myself. I pray it serves you well.
Beautiful. So now I pick up that sword. That sword permanently boosts all my attacks throughout the game. It's really nice. Every single character that you can play as, and I believe there's about a dozen different characters that are playable in this game. Every single character has an upgrade of some sort that you can pick up throughout the game. I tried working out a 100% route where you actually pick up all the health, all the upgrades as each character. It is a bear to run. It is, I think the shortest I was able to do was about 3.5 hours. It is, it's quite a run. Right now what I'm doing, that white potion that I picked up earlier, I'm able to give to that purple robed guy, and he will transport me anywhere that I have already been. And since I started as the princess, this game assumes that I have gone to this particular castle that I'm going to right now. So, that's what I'm doing right now. I warp right to this castle. It saves quite a bit of time walking throughout the entire map. I need to go visit the monarch of this castle. He will open up the path that I need to take, and then we're going to go find another upgrade, and we're going to go fight our first boss within the next, I'd say, 4 minutes. We're going to be one boss down in this game. Through this route, the any percent route, I'm looking at my little cheat sheet I got right in front of me here. I think we fight 15 or 16 bosses. So it is, it's quite the endeavor. And 100% adds another 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 boss fights to that. I think there's almost 2 dozen boss fights in this entire game. You don't have to fight nearly all of them. I started going into a bit of the history of this game. So obviously it started with Dungeon Explorer 1 on the TurboGrafx 16. This was its direct sequel. There is a title on Sega CD that is just Dungeon Explorer that is far more akin to something like Gauntlet. It actually plays a lot like a Gauntlet clone. I just got poisoned, which is not great because it will drain my health gradually and my speed is lowered. But all I'm doing right now is I want to do this statue thing again, and we're going to get a nice attack upgrade right there. So I should not be in danger of death from this potion, or from this poison, excuse me. But it is a bit of a time loss. If I was doing a run in any normal setting, that would probably just be an instant reset. But as it is, it should only probably lose me about 30 seconds, just however long it takes for that poison to run out, and then I'll get my normal speed back. But it about halves your speed. I'm going to be weaving back and forth to make sure that these wizards do not fire their magic at me, because it's kind of a pain and it does a little bit of damage. Anyway, the Sega CD version is much more akin to Gauntlet. There's a bit of a Gauntlet vibe to this game already, but Sega CD1 is almost an exact rip of Gauntlet. There is a pseudo remake of this game for the Super Famicom called Crystal Beans from Dungeon Explorer. It takes the skeleton, I'd say, of Dungeon Explorer 2 and kind of moves things around a little bit. So some of the bosses are in different locations. There's no real overworld to speak of. You travel, just fast travel the entire game through an overworld map. So not exactly the same. It loses a little bit of its charm. I'm glad I got that white potion because I took a little bit of unwanted damage, but we're still in decent shape. So there's Crystal Beans from Dungeon Explorer, and then there is a Nintendo DS title called Dungeon Explorer that is more of a 3D, ISO perspective. It's kind of strange. It plays similarly to it in that enemies spawn from layers like you see right here, but it is very, very much its own thing. Very, very much its own thing. We're going to be wandering through this desert or not this desert, oh my goodness, wandering through the desert. Wandering through this dungeon for just a little bit. I have to take care of a few bosses here. Make sure I don't get hit by these spike wheels. You can take out these spike wheels, but they take too much damage, so we don't bother. We just walk right through them. And we're going to take out these guys. Hopefully get some potions. We just got another white potion there. That's going to be very, very helpful. This is going to fill our health. So we're back up to a cool 87. And then this little guy right here will give me more. So that will increase my HP temporarily beyond its normal limit, which is quite helpful, especially when it comes to the bosses in this game. The bosses hit pretty hard. I am actually going to do one of these things. I changed the status at the bottom right. Each attribute can level up to level 20, so I like to see the number I'm at when it's on that bar graph that I had for the first part of the run. It's a little difficult to tell when I'm at max level, and so you'll see the first boss right here, and he'll drop a crystal. And that's how we level up in this game. So I want to make sure that I am grabbing the proper color to correspond to the proper stat. It'll make much more sense once this guy disappears, like that. So I want yellow. Yellow is going to increase my agility. I'm going to move faster. The other colors will just correspond to the other stats. So it'll be green, purple, or more different green. I guess that's blue. I guess attack is blue, whatever. These little fairy guys that are spawning from those pots right there, those are a pain. They will sometimes spawn a magic mirror, which causes your shots to ricochet. Now that sounds like a great idea. In practice, it's awful, because anytime I have to fight a boss, you're only allowed two weapon sprites on screen at any given time. So when I have that mirror upgrade, the magic mirror upgrade, oh, this guy is that's bad. I need to kill that flame. If he touches me, it's basically an instant death. If I have the magic mirror, I can only have 2 shots on screen at any given time. If I'm in a boss fight and I miss a shot on the boss, that blade will just bounce all over the screen until it decides to stop. So we want to get rid of that as fast as possible. If I pick up a second mirror, we get rid of it. If I just keep shooting the mirror, it disappears and I don't need to worry about it. So that's the aim, is to either avoid it or just shoot it dead. So we're one boss down. We're going to get another upgrade right here. We're in a little chapel. We get to talk with the opening cutscene, the lore of this game. We'll, talk about this angel or fairy. I'm not entirely sure what it is. But she'll kind of give us a little bit of background as to what we're doing here and why. So I'll let you guys listen to that.
Welcome to my eternal palace. I have witnessed your heroic quest. It is clear you are the chosen. Now, I give you the strength to complete your destiny.
Beautiful. All right. Anytime there's a cutscene, I'm going to try to not talk over it. If there are donations, by all means, do interrupt me. I'm going to get another agility upgrade because I don't want to wait for that crystal to change. So you have to wait a specific amount of time for that crystal to change color, and we're trying to go fast, so we ain't got time to wait for that crystal to change. Cutscenes, I'm going to try to let you guys in on the lore, so I will try to not talk over them as much as possible. There are some that are a little long, so I might interject here and there. These zombies are bad news bears. If you hit them with your knife, their head will pop off, and then they start chasing after you. Right now, they move in a random direction. They're not necessarily coming right at me. But if I attack them and their head comes off, then they start running at me, and they do a lot of damage. So I avoid hitting them whenever possible, because those are run enders right there. That's something that you want to avoid at all costs. Currently, right now, I've got 3 white potions and 6 black magic potions. I'm hoping that I pick up some more white magic here. White magic is going to be huge in this run. There's a few bosses that I just try to tank, but if I try to tank it and I don't have enough white magic, then it's just not gonna work. I don't think I was supposed to be able to do that. I might be in trouble here. Nope, I'm good. Okay, I have honestly never done that before. First time, guys. Marathon first. I did not know you could sneak through the rocks in that particular way. We are going to use a black magic here to get rid of the lobster. I just gave it away. You guys didn't even know what I was fighting. Alright, here's the lobster. Alright, black magic, and then just shoot him in the eye. Let's see what we got here. Shoot him a few more times, and he shoots out these little fireballs, I guess. They do very little damage, so I just try to kill the ones on top, ignore the ones on the bottom as much as possible. I'm still going to get speed upgrade here. I'm at 13 attack, so that's pretty good for this point of the game. Most of the next, I'd say, 5 or 6 bosses, I'm only going to be picking up attack upgrades until I get up to attack level 20. I'm going to take about 5 or 6 seconds here to kill a few enemies. These guys will sometimes drop boot upgrade. We'll do 2 more rounds, and then we're just going to ignore it. Nope, we're going to ignore it. They'll sometimes drop a boot upgrade like that. Perfect. All right, we're good. Now we got 13 speed, 13 attack, and we are in business, guys. The Deku Tree has to talk to me right now. We gotta go inside and, you know, just as happens in the fantasy world, there's an evil monster living within the tree. We have to take care of it. We gotta take care of it right now. The tree is an interesting sort of dungeon. Not overly difficult, but the boss is quite challenging. There's if you're powerful enough, if you have enough attack, which is the reason I've been upgrading attack for as much as I could in this run. I've been doing a lot of speed the last couple crystals, but I got a couple axes to upgrade attack. Had I not gotten those, I would definitely have upgraded attack. But at level 13 here, you can basically stand and tank the boss without fear of needing to use a potion or anything like that. This is a bit of a long cutscene, but you'll get to talk to the 3 goddesses and learn a little bit more lore. I'm out of coffee.
The forces of evil ruled supreme. It was a reign of bloodshed and terror when evil hunted the good. An age when humans huddled in fear.
One thing I do love, very quickly while these ladies are talking, is the upgraded soundtrack. A lot of these tracks you will hear in Dungeon Explorer 1, but it is, since it's a TurboGrafx CD, upgraded so much better. So much better.
The immortals, in their wisdom, gave the orb to man so that he could settle the world and bring it peace.
However, the reign of peace was destroyed 10 years ago, when Natos, who countered Aura's spell, invaded Odysseia with all the evil races at his command. But then there came a hero. He slayed Natos.
These ladies are a bit long-winded. That's alright, though. That's alright. I'm digging the green hair.
But now, an evil one has stolen the orb. And worse, he has used the orb to restore Natos to life, furthering his scheme to dominate the world of man. The power of their terrible evil grows.
Oh man, can we get some resident sleepers in chat, please?
Turn
Too
down
much
this
lore.
flame of corruption. Stem this evil tide. Your destiny has been revealed to us. You are the chosen. But remember this. The source of this evil springs from Natos. He cannot be vanquished by sword alone. But Aura's spell within the orb will bind his magic. Natos has entrusted the orb to the great giant Khan. You must find Khan, destroy him, and take the orb as yours, keeping it close upon you. Without the Orb of Aura, you can never overcome the Dark Emperor.
Now go. Beautiful. All right, we are at the end of the cutscene. I hope you guys like story. There's plenty of it. There's plenty of it. Alright, now we get to fight, or we get to explore this dungeon a little bit more, and we're gonna fight another boss. These guys I will try to kill as many as I'm able to. I do want to try to run past a bunch, but oh, there's another boot. Beautiful. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted was one more boot. Now I feel great. Those flowers will spit out some, I guess, pollen when you kill them, and that does a little bit of damage. Not anything crazy, but I try to avoid as much unnecessary damage as possible. Woo, I almost took some, though. Come on now. Come on now. Control in this game is a little bit tough. You can stand in one spot and fire. As long as you're holding the fire button, any direction that you press is just going to be... dang it. Alright, any direction you press will just change the way that you're facing. So it makes it nice and easy when I'm trying to tank a boss like this. No, we're going to get attack. Blue. It makes it easy when you're trying to tank a boss like that to just stand in a spot and be able to move around wherever the boss is going. So that's, you know, just a little bit of little bit of game tech for you. Get out of here! I'm tired of them hitting me. Get another crown will upgrade our intelligence, and we're about to meet a friend. About to meet a friend. There's a lot happening inside this tree, guys. I don't know about this. You know, I've had a tree house, but I haven't had a house in a tree. So this might be the next level stuff that I'm looking for. All right, I get another free level of intelligence that just again will boost the potency of the magic that I'm able to use, and that is one more dungeon down. Tree says thank you, and now we go. Now I alluded to it before, but now it's actually the case. Now we are wandering in the desert. One of the I mentioned that there's about a dozen different characters you can play as, and each character will have its sort of own upgrade, its own story, things that they are able to do. There is a locked room temple up this way, and you can only get into it if you are playing as a thief. So that's it's a fun little piece of, again, game knowledge. But I thought I'd give you guys a little bit of the inside tech right there. We're about to fight something that I just affectionately called Bug Hill. Shoot it about 7 or 8 times, he'll start digging into the ground, and you just gotta shoot it before it goes away. And he spawns a whole bunch of bugs that are no fun. The bugs don't do a ton of damage, but if they surround you, then it can be a lot of trouble. Come on. Good. I gotta kill about a dozen or so. And then my buddy comes back. And we're going to get an attack upgrade now. Beautiful. Yeah, we had some wormies in there. We had some wormies, but we're doing all right. We're doing all right. I am about, let's see here. I've actually got my splits sitting in front of me. We're about 20 seconds behind. We can make up those 20 seconds. We're going to make up those 20 seconds. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. Let's see what we got here. Next boss... Honestly, the next, I'd say, 2 to 3 bosses when I was learning this game were pretty heavy run killers. Right now, they're not so bad because you kind of learn how to deal with it, but one of them still gives me quite a bit of trouble. Easier as the princess because I'm able to use the white potion as a heal. When I play as the fighter, which was the other option that we had for this particular marathon run, his white potion, or his white magic, is just a defense magic, and it's not nearly as nice as being able to do an instant heal on yourself. This guy's got a strange sort of hitbox. You try to hit him diagonally. There we go. All right, we're going to get another attack. You try to hit him diagonally, it's really difficult because you got to hit him. I think it's a 1 or 2 pixel window from that diagonal position. So you got to kind of, do a little bit of guesswork here. Deeper into the pyramid, we have these little blob guys. I mentioned the magic mirror before, which is a terrible upgrade. There it is. I'm going to shoot that so it can send it right back to the 7th layer that it came from. These guys will drop those mirrors, and they will drop them often. So I just got one. Oh, dear. Alright, we're going to try to farm a mirror. Because I don't want this. Alright, we're going to try to farm a mirror, guys. We do not want that mirror whatsoever. The next few bosses will be not impossible, but it is a bad time. Beautiful. Alright, we got another mirror, so we're set. We're set. We don't have to worry about it anymore as long as this guy doesn't drop one. If you collect a second mirror, like I said, it goes away. They don't ricochet, and you are in business. Well, we had a chance, guys, at a world record marathon run. Right now, we're just gonna have some fun because I think that might be out the window. This boss is rough. So we got the orb. We get some orbs in chat, please. 1, 2, 3. You gotta try to hit him 3 times every time that he's open, and then it'll start bouncing around like such. So you'll this is a terrible boss to fight when you have the mirror upgrade because you're waiting for that thing to move, and your shots are bouncing all over the place. It's a nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare. I go up to the corner there and pick up that magic cape. That magic cape prevents all damage up to a certain number, and that number will carry me through the rest of this dungeon, and through a lot of the next dungeon. We're gonna go past these little guys here, these little armored. But you know what? You know what we're gonna call them? We're gonna call them armored armadillos here, guys. Shout outs to the Mega Man X race that happened earlier today. We're gonna call these armored armadillos. Alright, we got one more kind of long cutscene right here, I suppose. We get to talk to the brain. In Crystal Beans, you'll see this particular thing as a brain. I don't know why it just looks like a big old mess of mechanical doodads, but in Crystal Beans, you see it as a brain. And then we get to see something that's kind of scary, guys. So for Halloween, we're going to see some scary stuff here.
Scan subject. Greg. Status.
Yes, Dungeon Explorer. I love it. I love it. Yes, so cute. Thank you. Thank you. Shout outs to everyone that got the old princess crown going. The old princess crown.
This city was built by the
There's an old meme among people that know me around speedrunning. Story time, guys. A while ago, I ran on the NES Back to the Future Parts 2 and 3, and I had to try to route it out. So I found some graph paper, and then I wanted to make sure that I colored things differently so I knew what I was doing. So I took my daughter's crayons, and I was like, look, sweetheart, I know that I got these for you. I need to borrow like 4 colors, and we need to map this out. This is important stuff. Fast forward to today, this is my daughter's crown. So it all comes full circle, guys.
Master Natos, victory draws near as our legion grows in number. Yet you seem troubled. Something worries you, my liege.
Alright, this guy here, that's Natos, who you fight at the end of Dungeon Explorer 1. Dun dun dun!
that is but a thorn in our side and easily dispatched. I hold the orb, and this irritant stumbles about blindly. Monsters rise from the depths of every corner of the land and crush all human resistance. Don't waste your time in needless concern.
It is wrong! I will not stop until that becomes a meme, until we get enough runners that that line becomes a meme, guys.
Yes, my liege.
Spikier the hair, the more dangerous the boss. Nemesis, truer words have never, ever been spoken. Alright, long story short. This little guy here, Phades. Phades. He is being commanded by Emperor Natos, but he thinks that Emperor Natos right now is a bit senile, since he has been in I suppose, some sort of catatonic state after losing in Dungeon Explorer 1. So now he's trying to take things into his own hands.
Perhaps a visit to Khan is in order. Fly to him now and we'll see that he leaves nothing to chance. He'll be more than a match for those wretched insects. And when they are out of the way,
I will say, much like Rondo of Blood, the artwork in these TurboGrafx CD games, chef kiss. Chef kiss, guys. Except for Dracula's arm. Alright, so I've still got my shield from the last dungeon. We are going to run right into the next dungeon without taking damage. The shield will last another 2 or 3 rooms. And then we have a boss. But, guys, right now I'm going to be straight with you. The next track that you're about to hear, easily the best track of the game. So I'm going to shut up for just 2 seconds. Let you guys listen to this. Music is so good. I didn't want to take that damage from the fire there, but it's okay. My shield is still intact for, I think, another 1 or 2 hits. Take the top route here. And try to sneak past these guys! Oh my goodness. Wow. Alright. Well, that was almost a huge disaster. So we're going to take this a little bit slower now, guys. That was not supposed to happen the way that it did. I also just got poisoned, so we are in a world of hurt right now. I have used most of my white potions, which is going to be a bit of trouble in this boss. We should still be fine. I worked out a quick kill for this boss, but it does require me to take a little bit of damage. Having 1 potion, I should still be okay. I should still be okay. We have to read his movement and sneak behind him. So I'm going to be taking some blind shots from some of his projectiles here, but I think we'll be fine. Yep, we're good. We're going to take an attack upgrade. Beautiful. We're out of white potions, which is a bummer, but we'll be alright. We'll be alright. Shoot the left arm. Honestly, you can shoot either arm. It does not matter. It'll take you to the exact same spot. Shoot. I have to figure out where I can get some white potions now. Because I can't... There's one waiting for me in the next room, but it requires me to take some damage, and I can't afford to take any damage right now, because there is one more cutscene that we are coming up to. There's there's a couple more cutscenes in the rest of this game. There's one in particular that I'm coming up to that is kind of a bummer because it deals unavoidable damage. So I have to be able to take 150 damage. The only reason I would want a white potion right now is to heal right after that. Otherwise, I have to go into the tavern and rest at the tavern. And it's just slower. That's all. It's just slower. I had a chance of picking up some time and possibly, you know, surprising everyone with a marathon record, but I don't think it's going to happen anymore, guys. I don't think it's going to happen because right now we got to take 150 damage.
Let me tell your fortune. Now, let me see. Yes, here it comes. Oh my, this just won't do. You must abandon your foolish quest. To continue on this path is to risk your very life. Go, scurry home now. What's this? Oh, I see it clearly now. It can't be helped. You are destined to die after all. In that case, perhaps I can be of some assistance. Now, stand still, don't squirm. That's it. You really won't feel a thing.
I have had several runs that have actually died to this, because if you don't have 150 damage to give, you will just die.
Prove a challenge after all. My name is Phades. By the time you get to Castle Pyre...
That was Phades! Oh no! He found where we are! Alright, so like I said, we're going to go up to the bar, the tavern, what have you, and we're going to rest. It doesn't cost anything. It is just a free health refill that, you know, if I had a white potion, the white potion would just have been faster. That's all. That's all. I would like some white potions. I had to use quite a few in that last dungeon, but I gotta find some guys that'll drop them for me. Some of these guys will drop potions, but these buggies move pretty quick and hit pretty hard, so I'm going to try to avoid them as much as possible. We'll get rid of that layer so that one doesn't spawn anything, just make things a little faster. I don't like these spiders at all, guys. I don't like them. I don't like them. I'll go up. This whole spot right here is a bit of a maze, which wouldn't be so bad if I didn't have to navigate it twice. So we're having to go up in here to get to the next dungeon, and then we have to go back down to exit and get to the next boss. So it's, I don't know, I'm not going to go as far as to say it's lazy game design, but it just makes something that's, you know, not particularly difficult, kind of a drag. You know, I don't like to talk trash about game designers. I can't do it. So anyone that's able to do that kind of stuff, kudos, more power to you. All I'm doing is playing them. Not having a white potion makes this fight just a little bit slower. What I normally would do is pop some black magic and tank the boss. Pop a white magic when I need healing, and the boss just kind of melts for me. But I'm not able to do that. I'm able to pop a black potion, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I have to... You know what? I probably could have. We're going to do an attack upgrade. I was too scared. I was way too scared to try to attempt. Because if I was wrong, then I die right there. That's just, ugh. You don't want that. Don't want that. Alright, we're at attack power 19. We have one more of those mystic statues that will give me an upgrade that I will be coming upon, I'd say, in the next 2 minutes. So it will, obviously I'm looking for either speed or attack. If I have attack, that's great, because then I don't ever have to pick up another attack upgrade. I can focus on speed, and then just make picking up the crystal after the boss fight that much faster. So it just saves, I don't know, 5 seconds. I think it's about 5 seconds per color transform. Shoot those, make those spike balls go out of the way. This next boss is a callback to Dungeon Explorer 1. Anyone that has played Dungeon Explorer 1 will recognize it. A bit of an upgrade, though.
Mortipede will test your mettle. Be careful, he bites.
Beautiful. Wait for him to form, so it's the Metalpede. Oh gosh, I don't want you to spawn like that, you jerk. So Dungeon Explorer 1 has a centipede boss that works very, very similarly, where you just shoot it in the head and wait for it to die. This one is a little bit different because he'll break up into pieces. You know, I'm going to take a speed upgrade. I'm going to take a speed upgrade right there. We're still in good shape. We're still in good shape. We are coming up to the next, like I said, the Mystic Statue to try to get an upgrade. And hopefully we'll see agility or attack within the first couple of attempts here, so it doesn't take too much time. Let's see here. After that fight, the centipede fight, we are... Oh, you know, it's tough to say. Estimate I put on this run, I believe, was an hour 15. It can get below an hour if you have a really nice run. I'd say, ooh, attack, beautiful. We are a little more than, I mean, obviously by time, we are more than halfway. We're about halfway through the bosses. In terms of time, we're a little over halfway. But we've got another, it looks like 10 bosses to fight. So they come at you quick. Alright, agility is the only thing we need to upgrade from now on. So we're in good shape right now, guys. But we have to go back through, like I said, that stone maze, I guess, one more time. And I'm not going to lie, it confuses me going back every single time. So I will probably take a wrong turn. First one down is not too shabby. Second one down, not too bad. It's this one. It's this route to the left that always seems to get me in trouble. See, right there. Took a wrong turn. Every time. Next boss in this game. Let me think here. I think we just got a floating head coming up. This screen, you do see this screen in Crystal Beans for the Super Famicom. Like I said, it is a pseudo remake for the Super Famicom. You do see this screen, and it's full of poisonous gas. So just a little bit of backstory for you there. Crystal Beans is a lot of fun. If this game seems like it's a little bit, out of your reach in terms of time commitment, because it is a bit of a long run, I definitely recommend Crystal Beans. I learned all I know from runner Von666, who did create a task for it. And he taught me everything that I needed to know about it. I do currently hold the world records in most major categories of Dungeon Explorer 1, 2, and Crystal Beans. So, looking for some more people to kind of... I think that times, especially in this one, times can come way down if we can just find a little bit more information on it. There's a room that I can't figure out for the life of me. I think it is just for multiplayer. TurboGrafx 16, of course, had the Turbo Tap where you could play with 5 people simultaneously, and Dungeon Explorer is one of those games that supports 5 people simultaneously. There's a room that has 5 tiles in it, which I can only assume means that you need a Turbo Tap and some friends. I have... well, the joke answer in me wants to say I have neither, but I do have some friends. A couple. but I do not have a Turbo Tap, and nor do I have people that want to play Dungeon Explorer 2 with me. Maybe that's maybe that's the one that I need to get more people in on. Alright, we are not going to tank this boss. This boss is... That boss is way too scary to tank. Do I now? Yes, maybe I do. I don't know. Jury's out, I suppose. That I'll pick up. That little green... I mean, what is it? Bean, I suppose? Is an extra life. You'll see. Wow. They're dropping all of that, but no one's dropping white potions for me. That's a real shame. You'll see above the Dungeon Explorer 2 logo on the bottom of the screen on the HUD, there's little red dots. Each of those represents a life. If I were to die in this run, which, again, I am trying to avoid doing so I don't lose my stats, one of those would go away. And once all of those go away, it is a game over. That will not happen. These guys will sometimes drop white potions. Of course, they will not when I need them. GG, guys. Boy. Alright, well... No potions for me, guys. We're just gonna... We're gonna wing and a prayer. A wing and a prayer. Not having a potion in this next dungeon is... not in a position that I want to be in. But... here we are. Alright, I gotta think of my like a more careful route through this, because I don't want to take too much damage here. The boss should not be overly difficult. However, stranger things have happened. We're gonna take a couple of seconds to wait there. Beautiful. Man. Alright, I wish I had a white potion. We're going to grab this book. The book is similar to the cape in that it prevents damage from being done to me, which is kind of nice. This one is timed, whereas the cape is more like as soon as I hit a certain threshold, then it's done. This frog, the hitbox, I have no idea, guys. I have no idea what the hitbox for this frog is. It's I don't know. I don't even know. It's somewhere around the eye, is all I know. Next dungeon. Man, having 0 white potions. I'm gonna be harping on that for a minute, guys. That's not what I wanted at this point, because we're gonna need some. We'll try to find some. This dungeon just becomes a little bit slower because I'm not able to damage boost through a lot of it. The zombies make their triumphant return right here. We avoid all damage. That's good. Again, those zombies, much like the ones we saw earlier, if I attack them, their head pops off and they start chasing me. They corner you pretty easily, and you're pretty much dead at that point. Please. Will I... nothing. Man, oh man. Alright. Game does not want to give me white potions. That means we gotta take this nice and slow. We gotta take this slow. There's a few enemies that are coming up that tend to drop white potions at a higher rate. But knowing my luck right now, it ain't happening. 2, 3. Yeah, there's one. Alright, good. Good. We can go a little bit quicker now. Good. I don't want to get touched by these tentacles. All jokes aside, I do not want it. I do want that. And I want this. That will, again, that will increase my max HP, which is going to be very helpful for this next fight. Fans of Ys. I call this the Dark Fact boss. It's just Fades, but I don't know. For some reason, it always reminded me of Dark Fact.
I dare you to dodge my blazing bolts of fire.
Black potion. All right. First phase is nothing too crazy. Second phase is very rough. So he's gonna turn into this weird creature that can only take damage when it's flashing, but otherwise he will reflect your damage, or reflect your bullets. If I get hit by one of my powered up, my black magic swords, that is a cool 50 damage off the bat. If I get hit by a normal sword, it's 25, so it's not as bad, but it's still not great. Yeah, right there, I just got hit. Jeez. Wow. This fight is not going as planned. Come on. Wow. This guy can go down in first phase if you're good. And right now, I'm not good. I want health. We're gonna wait for this. Can I afford... Well... Alright, good. Alright, just take all the damage. I wasn't even going to take a single... I was going to try to not take any damage, and instead I get hit by absolutely everything. Alright, we're going to be taking this dungeon safe. We are very close to the end of the game. I want to make sure that through at least the next fight or two, I am not... I'm not losing my power-up. So I can't take a death. After that, when we get like into the final, I'd say 2 to 3 bosses, it's not as critical. End of the game, honestly, is pretty free. But right now, I don't want to take any real unnecessary damage, because I don't have the potions to make up for it. I can go this way, take a little damage on the spikes. That's not too bad. Next boss is really just what I want to try to get through. A couple damage from those spikes as well. Again, it's not too bad. The next boss isn't awful. Well, we've gotten to the hard part of the dungeon already. Right now is just a couple monster layers that, look, I just line yourself up to the wall. No big deal. You can take them out. Nothing even spawns out of it. You don't have to worry about taking damage. But it's the boss after this that I really want to have some sort of healing at the ready for. Alright, guys. Gil the Destroyer. Gil the Destroyer. That's who we're fighting right now. Yeah, he's doing his best. He's trying to live up to his name, boys. HP. We're gonna let this crystal run. We're gonna get some more HP. We're gonna need it. We're gonna need it. We are in the home stretch. We are in the home stretch, guys. This is the last, there's 2 dungeons. This one and then one after this. But this is probably the scariest one, because of the enemies that spawn here, the damage they do, and especially if you don't have enough, white or black magic, it can be very daunting. But we're going to make our way through. It's not going to be a problem. It's not even going to be an issue. Good. Okay. Will someone give me some magic, please? No. Okay, good. I don't want that. I don't want that at all. Alright, that damage is not good. Because that fire damage right there is pretty much unavoidable. This I can avoid. We got a... this is another cutscene. I think this is the longest cutscene. So if there are any donations that need to be read, anything like that, now is the time, because this cutscene is about 3 minutes.
You have come so far to be killed by me. Natos will revel in crushing you. But first, he will show you the fate of mankind.
Alright, as mentioned before, Natos, the guy talking, big skull, hands, kind of grimy looking. He was the final boss of Dungeon Explorer 1. We will have to fight him again. Dungeon Explorer 1, he's a pushover. You hide in the corner, you shoot knives at him, done. This game, much different story. This is a very, very difficult fight. There's a very, very high chance that I take a death in this fight. Not the end of the world. If I was going for, actual attempts, it would be a reset. But, which is a bummer because it's an hour already into the run. At this point, it's just, it's nothing that cannot be dealt with. It just makes the last 3 bosses a little bit slower, but it's not anything bad. Honestly, right now we're about 6-7 minutes from the end of the game, so we're not too far off. Taking a death to this boss would add 2 minutes, I'd say, just in the loss of damage I'm able to give and the reduction in speed. So it is punishing, which is why it's a reset even at this point to take a death. But right now, not even a big deal. Yeah, it basically does look like Tanzer, doesn't it? All right, here we go. Yeah, he traps you in this like purple goo. Oh, please. The purple goo poisons. And locks you in place. No, I don't want. Alright. Oh dear. Alright, we're in okay shape. It doesn't look like we are, but we are in decent shape. All I gotta do is I just gotta survive. Oh no, that's actually bad. No, that's real bad. Oh, we did it. Woo! We did it. We got through without taking a death. That's very, very nice. That's very, very nice. Whew. Yeah, that was the scariest. Honestly, that's the scariest part of the entire game. The rest of this game is basically free. So we take the floating castle, comes crashing down right into the end of the world that is frozen for some reason, I guess. And we have just a few more things to take care of. All right, perfect, perfect, perfect. I'm just going to take the speed. It doesn't give me anything because right now my speed is at the max level, 20. But we want to go fast. And going fast means not letting the crystal change. Because we don't need to. We don't need to. We have plenty of health. Which, now that I say it, probably means that we take a death. I just killed that black magic, so that feels good. These little blue orbs, they deal a ton of damage. And if I were to get surrounded by two of them, then it is a death within 2 seconds. Literally 2 seconds. They start knocking you back and forth into each other. And you can't kill them fast enough to be able to avoid the damage. So I take a little extra time to just kill them while they're spawning. And we don't have to deal with it. These guys shoot out little spores when you walk past them. We are going to take this crown, give myself a little extra HP, and we are, as I mentioned, guys, we are very, very close to the end of this run. This room is inexplicable to me. You slide in a way that I have no discernible knowledge of. There's no rhyme or reason to why you slide the direction you slide. This first boss, we are in a boss rush now, guys. This first boss, we didn't see yet. So this you only see if you play as the fighter. And since we played as the princess, this boss is already dead by the time that the princess is rescued. So we don't see this boss at all until the boss rush. Collecting that potion is required. However, it did reduce my HP because I got the crown. But that potion fills me to max HP. Since my current HP was more than my max, it rounded down. So, makes sense, right? Yeah, no. Next boss is going to be this wizard guy again. Electric wizard. So, shoot him diagonally. I'm going to try not to use my, my black magic yet. Oh, look at that. We didn't see that attack first time we fought him. I'm not going to use any black magic at this point. Right now I only have one. I want to not have to use it until the final boss, because it just makes the final boss so quick. This fight is a lot quicker if you use the black magic. But I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Now, I will, however, use one on this fight because I'm going to get a refill. I'm going to get one more black magic. Perfect. So I used one black, one white. That is more than enough to get through that boss. That's how that boss should be done. If I would have had enough black and white magic during the game to be able to do it. now I do, so you guys are able to see it. 1 black, 1 white, 1 final cutscene, guys, and we are within just a couple of minutes of the end of this game. So while this cutscene is going, I'm going to do my thank yous so that we don't hold up anything at the end. So thank you, first of all, to Strizer for putting this together. Always a pleasure to be part of this. I'm very happy to be able to showcase Dungeon Explorer 2. I'm hoping, again, that we get more runners. It's difficult doing commentary for something, you know, a game like this, simply because it's very, very much a game that is like a learning process for me. It's a work in progress. I'm still trying to work out the speed run for it. I could use another set of eyes on it, so if you guys are interested, check out the leaderboards. You can hit me up. You know, you can find me on my Twitch channel or find me on Discord. I also want to, you know, big shout outs to the BKKC here. Thank you, boys. Lots of support from you guys. Love y'all. Couldn't do this without you guys. You know, your shenanigans, your nonsense. Shout outs to the wife, the kids. We got all 3 kids sleeping upstairs right now. It's nice to have some quiet time for myself. And that's why it was nice to be able to do this run at the time that it is for me right now. So, again, guys, thank you very much for letting me be a part of this. I love doing this. It's a great cause. If you guys have not donated and you are able to, definitely just a couple of dollars goes a long way. You know, all of it helps. All of it helps. And here we go, guys. Final boss. There are a couple of forms. First one, I just have to avoid defeat. Kill these flames. These flames can ruin my day. They do close to 200 damage. They do close to 200 damage each. I'm going to get hit by one. Oh, I'm not going to get hit by it. Whoo, 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 baby. Alright, this boss. Just tank him. I pop a black magic, and I pretty much stay in position. He's going to start shooting out some fireballs. I'm going to switch over to my white magic to be ready. That's form number 2. Form number 3 is Zombie Fades. Again, I'm going to have my cursor hovered over my white magic, just in case I start taking too much damage. I am actually going to pop my black magic as well. We're going to take care of him real quick, guys. Perfect. Arm comes off. Arm comes off. That's time right there. I stopped my time a little early. My time reads 107:33. It's probably more like a 107:36. That's Dungeon Explorer 2, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll give it a try. Definitely look it up. It's a lot of fun. It does, you know, take a little bit of patience because it's a bit of a longer run, but I appreciate, again, the time that I was able to share with all of you guys. So thank you very much.